right here. Just want to, I always want to go over. Actually, the subject we spoke about in our schools in Connecticut. We have a strong Jiu-Jitsu program inside. We have a Jiu-Jitsu program. So we have a rule, in my school and in their school, and they support me in my rule. I explain one thing here. Every time you are in somebody's guard, there's no submissions you can do safely. And I'm totally against trying to go for things that will expose you if it doesn't work. So my rule with my students, if I ever see one of my students trying to go for any submission while they are inside the guard, I send them home to have some time off.
So time out.
Yeah, time out, yeah. Time out, good thing about what I just did,
Just like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's like okay. There's no, we practice a lot of the gi, so there's nothing like, cross, or here, Americana, where he can go to my back, there's no same thing here, where he can still go to my back, like same around, he moves my back, So there's nothing here. The only thing that we work is balance, base, and I will explain the difference between your posture in the guard for Jiu-Jitsu, grappling, submission, grappling, and for MMA. In MMA, every time you punch, a good Jiu-Jitsu guy that's on the down position here in the guard, you get exposed to arm bars, triangles, etc. So in MMA, just a quick thing, when I'm in somebody's guard and I want to punch, first I never punch in this direction. Why? Because if it moves out, catch my arm, and have a very quick hips, you're gonna get catching arm bar, right? Or that's the second part of the rule. Right? Close. We never ever open guard like this. Okay? Something that never. I know some schools teach here. Some racing schools. Nothing wrong. Listen, this is out of date. Jiu-Jitsu keep moving. This used to work with people that know Jiu-Jitsu. When you fight somebody, you risk yourself. No. In my school, that's sort of forbidden. You have your timeout. Okay, with no cancellations on programs. I make sure. TV commercials. So here, I have a good posture with this grappling. If it's MMA, when I'm going for the ground and pound, I drive my hips forward, keep my body straight, but I'm staying on my toes here. Alright? So I'm here. So every time I'm punching, I'm here. Alright? I can go here. Because even if you catch my arm and go for the arm bar, immediately go for the arm bar. I pop my head. And the posture, I create the distance. So I always drive my hips forward. Alright? Guys at ATT works that a lot. If you go work out with your body, my head coach, he works this a lot. But in grappling, I always tell everybody, because you don't want to lean forward, alright? To work hands on the sternum, less ribs here. So I'm here, I have a good base. Okay? So I'm not leaning forward. But MMA, you risk because you're here and you're going this way. But in Jiu-Jitsu or grappling, you never open the guard, raising your balance, your center of gravity, and shifting exactly. See how he just needs to use his legs. I'm right here, he pulls me, boom. Depending on how you go, he gets you in our boom, arm triangle. Alright? Or whatever. So chin on the ground. I know this is sometimes it's hard for some people, but if you practice, it's good. When somebody tries to go for ankle locks or something like that, I have huge flexibility now. But believe me, when we start, I cannot stay any lower than this you used to, But then you start practicing. There's a lot of flexibility on the knees, and the tendons. still can use these legs. Open it, hold my arm, pull it out. You know, and then so like just to break my posture. You know, just exactly. And then I'm here and then I have to work again. I can lean forward if I keep my hands on his biceps like this. Here, elbow tight, and move out a little bit. You know, so I'm away from you. I'm not exposed to you. Okay? If I feel like he's trying to tuck his elbow, get close to his body here, I move. My arms out. Okay? Because there's a good defense from when the guy keeps the hands like this. Okay? Which will be like, he will tuck his elbows, and now you're going to come with the other hand, pick up this leg, boom. Okay? So I'm here, but usually I'm always at this position. Okay? Pushing. The sternum here, right? Is less rigid. Alright, so first we're going to open the guard and do a guard pass that I like for beginners, or even I do a lot. Here, I need to create space. To create space, basically, first thing I have to do, I have to stop him from coming closer to me. A lot of people try to create space moving back. What I'm doing is, as soon as I sit back again, I'll bring Vato with me. Alright? And people go here. Now I'm leaning forward again, and then I'm here. Vato comes with me. And then you stay like this forever. Alright, so I have to stop him, so I put my knee right in the middle of his elbow, and I stop him there. But I don't let him come over my thigh. So when he's closing, I'm going to show two ways to do. One is to bring my knee in the middle, so I lean forward and I open out. Some people like to open out the knee first, and then bring the knee behind. However you want more. Okay? Because I'm heavy, I do a lot like this and this. Okay? Now, to open, keep my elbows facing down, not out, not open where it bends like a spring here. Now I shift my hips a little bit to the side, arch one more back, and now both arms under. Alright? Never one arm under and out, because you guys know already, you're going to get caught in a triangle. Both arms here. At this point, what I'm going to do is, I can just open my elbows to lock. Two ways. Now I have to control his hips. Two ways I can do. I can walk forward and bring my knee now behind his back, under his back, because now his hips are more loose. Hips are? Hips is.
Hips are.
Okay? Or, if you're strong enough, you pick him up a little bit, slide up. Okay? Now, a lot of people know the guard pass, how we go over the shoulder with this hand. I'm going to make a little tweak to that position. I come with my hand right across his waist, so I'm pinching his legs. Okay? As I'm pinching, I'm driving my shoulder, getting his legs out of the way. And I will touch the floor with my right hip. So it's right elbow on the ground, and I switch. Okay? So look how I move back. His arms strapped behind my back. You guys come to this side here. Alright? And my elbow comes up, and I move up. Okay? This way. Okay? So here. So it's uncomfortable, right, Vato?
Yes, sir.
From here now, I can go to the mount. So I go tap his knee, and there's a difference between swinging your leg over, which is fine, but remember we try to be a chiropractor here. Go here, and I pull, twisting his hips this way. Okay? Now, there's a nice way to do it, there's a meanest way. We also go with the meanest, like, here, see how I'm driving my right ribs against his chest? Right? As I'm moving up, I'm swinging my arm over his head. So the pressure is like constant the whole time. Okay? You understand? There's a bunch of details on that thing. Alright? So okay. So let me break down first. Let's do the pass, open, and pass. pass, and then we go to the mount. All right, does that make sense? Goes, hand on his sternum. You can open, bring the knee, step a little bit. Make sure he doesn't come up over your thigh. Move my hips a little bit and arch a little bit. Now, I shrug my shoulders at the same time. At this point, I open my elbows. Look, open, and then I lock. Two ways to have his hips over his back, over my thigh. I can pull him. See how my leg's right in the middle, like working as a ramp? Here, right? I can pull him over my thigh, just going this way. Or, if the guy's too heavy, I walk forward here. Look, boom, boom. Now it's like lighter. You guys understand? Okay. That's phase number one. Phase number two, step number two. I'm going to choose one side. Usually it will be the side, same side of the thigh, of course, that I have under, the leg that I have under his back, on his waist, under his hip bone right here. So I saw like, look, squeezing his legs. Posture, leg come out. Now this elbow, I'm bringing to the ground. My elbow touch the floor, my hip touch the floor. I'm sideways, leg, knee is pointing to the ceiling, and I move kind of putting my weight here and here. So I create a good distance to swing my leg over. So first I'm going to stop here, and then I'm going to move on. Any questions? One more time. One more time? Okay, good, let's go. This is a basic guard pass, but we tweak the way that we come across the waist. Steep and etc. So when you pass, like I said before, here, so sometimes look, my knee's touching his hip, my other knee's up. Now I start like moving away from him. Okay, so I'm right here. My elbow, I tuck my elbow, alright? I don't want to put too much pressure, no. Okay? I don't lean back to put pressure. I kind of look here, I roll over my ribs. You feel? Oh yeah. Okay. That's good. And I hear people say, oh yeah, that's good. Okay. Same thing, I pull his leg a little bit to fit my heel between his calf and his hamstring. So the more I move back, the better. Right? So now I'm kind of, that's why I said I want to practice, work back. So I pull this down, that gives me the momentum to go up. But as I'm doing this, I'm going to do it without putting the pressure. But what you really want to do is, as I'm moving, all my weight is on his chest, so I can move this arm out. Okay? And go to the mat. Alright? Let's work that very quick, and then we'll move on.